Welcome to Vaish Courses YouTube channel. In this video, we are going to discuss about the topic PM Modi's Panchamrit gift at COP26. So, recently COP26 has held in which PM Modi gave the Panchamrit gift. So, what is this Panchamrit gift all about? And India's PM Narendra Modi also pledged about net zero by 2070. So, let's learn more about the COP26. So, what is COP26? The UK will host the COP26 United Nations Climate Change Conference from October 31st to November 12th. This event will see leaders from more than 190 countries and thousands of negotiators, researchers, and citizens coming together to strengthen a global response to the threat of the climate change. So, here 190 countries leaders have come together in order to strengthen the global response to the threat of the climate change. So, this is a pivotal moment for the world to come together and to accelerate the climate action plan. So, the COP26 was held in the Glasgow. It is a part of the United Kingdom. So, the 2021 United Nations Climate Change Conference, also known as COP26, is the 26th United Nations Climate Change Conference. It is being held in Glasgow, Scotland, United Kingdom between 31st October and the 12th November 2021. Okay, actually it should be held in the November last year, but due to COVID-19 it got postponed for 1 year. So it was under the presidency of the Alok Sharma, and the conference of 26th conference of the parties to the United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change, and this is the third meeting of the parties to the Paris Agreement. Okay, this is the third time under the Paris Agreement they are meeting. This conference is for the first time that the parties are expected to commit to the enhanced ambition since COP21. This is the meet through which parties are expected to commit the enhanced ambitions, and parties are required to carry out every 5 years as outlined in the Paris Agreement. So, for every 5 years they will be carrying out it. A process colloquially known as a ratchet mechanism. So, according to the ratchet mechanism given by the Paris Agreement, parties are required to carry out every 5 years. So, what is this ratchet agreement all about? Okay, let's see now. So, under the Paris Agreement, countries submitted pledges nationally determined contributions. So, all the countries which participated in the Paris Agreement have nationally determined their contributions, and they have set some limits to limit their greenhouse emissions. So, under the Paris framework, the Paris Agreement, each country is expected to submit enhanced nationally determined contribution every 5 years. So, they have to submit the enhanced determined contributions for every 5 years. Okay, last time it was happened in COP21 and now in the COP26. Okay, this is done actually in order to meet the ambition of the to mitigate the climate change. So, when the Paris Agreement was signed in 2015, United Nations Climate Change Conference, the conference of 2020 was said to be the first iteration of the ratchet mechanism, even though the 2020 conference was postponed to 2021 due to the COVID pandemic, and dozens of countries still had not updated their pledges by early October 2021. Also, most of the countries have not updated their pledges. The Paris Agreement. What is Paris Agreement all about? So let's learn more about Paris Agreement. So Paris Agreement is a legally binding international treaty. So this is legally binding. Remember this. It was adopted by 196 countries of COP21. So it happened. It is adopted in the COP21. In the Paris, this COP happened in the Paris. Now it's in the Glasgow, Scotland, United Kingdom, but in COP21 happened in Paris. This happened on 12th December 2015 and entered into force on 4th November 2016. Its goal is to limit global warming to well below 2, preferably to 1.5 degrees Celsius compared to the pre-industrial levels. To achieve this long-term temperature goal, countries aim to reach global peaking of greenhouse gases emission as soon as possible to achieve a climate neutral world by mid-century. And the Paris Agreement is a landmark agreement. in which the multilateral climate changes process took place. It is for the first time, a binding agreement brings all the nation to the common cause to undertake the ambitious effort to like abolish the climate change and adapt to its effects. So this is the first time that the legally binding agreement has framed by all the countries to fight for the common cause, that is the climate change. So now let's learn about COP26 in detail. So what has happened actually? So delivering the national statement at the COP26 Global Climate Summit, what did Narendra Modi do is he said India will achieve non-zero emissions by 2070. This is what he told. This was one of the 5 major commitments he made on behalf of the India to mitigate the climate change. He have given the 5 commitments, in which one is the non-zero emissions by 2070. This is given in order to mitigate the climate change. And the commitments are given the name as Panchamrit. This is the India's gift to the world. The PM reiterated that India is working very hard on tackling climate change related issues. So he declared Panchamrit, and he told this is India's gift to the world. So he also told that India is the only country that is delivering a letter and the spirit on the Paris Declaration commitments on tackling the climate change. So he is saying we are the one who have the letter and spirit, also have ambitions in letter as well as in the spirit regarding the Paris Declaration, and no other country is taking this Paris Declaration seriously. This is what PM Modi mean. So you can see the target prescribed under the first commitment period of the Kyoto Protocol is in 2012 they have set the target -7%, -6, -6, 8 and -8. But the 2012 actual data, you can see actually they need to be negative, but in spite of having positive, in spite of having negative, they had some positive growth rates. So this is not good one. So what is this Panchamrit? PM Modi's Panchamrit. So he gave 5 commitments under the COP26. The first one is by 2030 non-fuel fossil generation to increase by 500 gigawatt. He wanted to increase the non-fossil fuel generation by 500 gigawatt, and by 2030 India will increase 50% renewable energy, and carbon emission to be reduced by 1 billion ton, and 45% reduction in the carbon intensities, and just now we have seen net zero emissions by 2030. These are the targets and the commitments set by Narendra Modi, and he also told that India is working very hard for it. India is the only country who have ambitions of the Paris Agreement, both letter and in spirit. This is what PM Modi told. And what is 1 billion ton carbon reduction? According to the World Resources Institute, India's total greenhouse gas emissions were about 3.3 billion tons in 2018. Okay, it is projected to rise above 4 billion tons per year by 2030. That would mean that from now and the 2030, India could be emitting anywhere between 35 to 40 billion tons at the current rate of growth. Cutting 1 billion tons would therefore represent a reduction of 2.5 to 3% in the absolute emission. So it want to cut the emissions by 2.5 to 3%. This is what the 1 billion ton carbon reduction means, which is the one commitment given as part of Panchamrit. And Prime Minister referred to Indian Railways target to achieve net zero emissions by 2030 itself, along with the Government of India's initiative aimed at reducing 40 billion tons of emission through the use of LEDs. So we have various schemes regarding the use of LEDs through which 40 billion tons of emissions will be reduced. He also added, that is Prime Minister Narendra Modi added that so far all the climate finance promises have been the empty ones, and the developed countries are not working towards the commitments. So he told that developed countries must ensure $1 trillion climate finance at the earliest. So he told it's the need of the hour to put pressure on the countries which are already developed, but they have failed to deliver the promises about the climate finance. So he told that we have to put stress upon those countries whose promises are not delivered still. And India's, which is one of the home for the 17% of the world's population, accounts for only about 5% of the total greenhouse gases. It means the per capita emissions are very less regarding the greenhouse gases, in spite of having 17% of the world population. If you see this data, China have the per capita of 8.1, whereas India has the per capita of 1.9. US has 15.5, EU has 6.5. Maybe in terms of emissions, we are in the fourth position, but if you see the per capita terms, we are very low. There hasn't been much focus on the climate adaptation as much mitigation, and that is the injustice against developing nations. Prime Minister Narendra Modi told this statement that this is the injustice done on the developing nation. There are changes in the cropping system, there are floods and a great need to make agriculture resilient to the shocks. So he is saying there should be a resilient mechanisms in order to control the floods in the agriculture, due to the agriculture. He said sustainable modes of living being practiced in certain traditional communities ought to be made part of the school curricula itself. And he told the lessons for the India's efforts at adaptation in programs such as Jal Jeevan Mission, Swachh Bharat Mission and Mission Ujjwala ought to be popularized globally. He is saying some of the missions developed or some of the schemes developed by India are even popularized globally also. And he also told sustainable modes of living being practiced in certain traditional communities should also be become the part of the school curricula. And he told there should be a call for the global movement. This is very important. If you mention these kind of points in your mains answer, you will fetch more marks, additional marks, than the one who is sitting beside you. Okay. The world today admits that lifestyle has a major role in the climate change. Yes, this is one of the major factors. Because of the lifestyle, the climate change is becoming a problem. Propose a one word movement before all of you. This word is life. So Narendra Modi has proposed one word movement that is about the life, which means lifestyle for environment. So lifestyle is the major reason for the climate change. So he has proposed one word movement that is life, which is nothing but lifestyle for environment. Today it is needed that all of us come together and take forward life as a movement. He told there should be a global movement which is called as life, which is lifestyle for environment, which should be changed in order to mitigate the climate change. So this should be a global movement where all of us come together in order to tackle the situation. So this is what Narendra Modi has told. And he told for him the Paris event was not a summit, but it is his sentiment, because a commitment, and India was not making promises to the world, because this is the commitment that India took in order to fulfill the promises it has given to the world. So Paris summit is not a summit for him, it is a sentiment for him. And instead 125 crores Indians were making promises to themselves. So he is telling that he is very happy that the developing country like India is working to pull crores of people out of the poverty. Okay, so we are done with the session. So this is what Narendra Modi told in the COP26, and we have read about the 5 commitments he has given as part of Panchamrit in the COP26, and we have little discussed about the Paris summit also, and what is COP and all also we have discussed, so that you will have the clarity. Okay, so that is it for today's video. I hope you have enjoyed this lecture, and we'll meet with another class. Until then, take care. Bye bye.